So we are live here. Let me first, so that's the link to my YouTube channel. I thought I should pin it for you here. So for anyone who is not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel can do that. Yeah, so I'll start with Happy New Year. Mukuliko mwaka, mukulicho mwaka. Someone told me how to say Happy New Year in Swahili yesterday. Kwaheri. Mwaka mupya, something like that. Hi, John House. Nice to see you. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Yin Kalawal. Thank you all for joining me. Happy New Year. Happy to see you all safe, alive, and kicking. Yeah, so I'm waiting for a few people to join, of course, and then we can go on. Please kindly tag your friends, your colleagues, your neighbors, your enemies. Everyone is welcome here. Tag a few people so they can join us on this live, or you share the link to this live. John House is saying he wants to be my boyfriend. I will stay with friends, okay? But thank you. Kevin Rodlin is saying Happy New Year, Kurika Omwaka too. Thank you. Uma Dumboya, thank you for joining us. Please tag a few people so they can all join us, or you share the link. And in the comment pinned below is the link to my YouTube channel. If you have not yet subscribed, please tap on the link and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So like I said yesterday, there are a few things that I would like to talk about. And of course, the main reason I'm doing this live is many people have requested me to do that because they have questions, and I'm here today to answer your questions, and then I'll be talking about a few things myself, but that's why I want to give it a few minutes before beginning so everyone can join us and everyone can get to really benefit from this live. Nasasira, thanks for joining us. Shafiq Musanje, thanks for joining us. So I'm still not sure if I should start with the things that I wanted to talk about, or just go on and first chat with you as more people join us. Like I said, please tag a few people. Tag anyone that you think would be interested in this live. We're going to be talking about different things. We're going to be talking about doing a 2022 review, you know, how the year was for you. And of course, sharing with you how it's been for me, or how it was for me on this entire social empowerment journey. I mean, it's a new terrain for me, but I'll be talking about that. Then I'll be talking about your requests. Like before the year ended, I requested all of you to let me know what kind of content or videos you'd be interested in 2023. And you all gave in your requests, and we'll be talking about that. Then we'll be talking about, yeah, what my plans are, or what our empowerment journey is going to look like this year, 2023. So before I do that, I'll give it honestly. I don't like making people wait. So whoever joins later, that's the problem. So I'm going to give it 2 more minutes, and then I'll kick off, right? So yeah, do you have any questions? I would be curious to know, are you already subscribing to my YouTube channel? What is it that you find interesting being a part of the Ruzhoff family? I would be curious to know that. Is it the content that I post? Is it the YouTube content that I post, like the social empowerment journey? Or why exactly are you part of this family? I would really love to know that. And like I said, please tag your friends. Tag your friends. I even don't know how to reach these people that have been requesting for this live. And the annoying bit is, once the live ends, they're all going to be asking me, oh my God, we missed. How did they miss the live? So please tag a few people so they don't miss the live. Let me see how to do that. Give me a second. Because like I said, after 2 minutes, I'm just going to dive right in. Forward. How do I do that? All right. So in the meantime, talk to me. If you have any question, just go right ahead and ask it, please. And like I said, I would appreciate it if you tag your friends and other people that would like to join us. Shafiq is saying, I think we go with that topic. It's an interesting one. Let's do a 2000. Okay, so let's start. Like you said, that's great. Let me see if I've posted this. Good. I'm here to send greetings. Thanks. So like I said, if you're just joining, Kisa Ibra, if you're just joining, this live is really all about doing a review of 2022, talking about the plans for 2023, and most of all, of course, answering all your questions. All of you that have been DMing me, writing to me on Messenger, you can ask your questions now. So I'm going to do a review of 2022. 2022 for me was a very, very interesting year, very enlightening. I experienced a lot of growth as regards especially my social media journey. Like I told you, I'm not really someone you'd expect to see on social media, being introverted. But like I said, I took a leap of faith in, I think, July 20th, 2020. And that was initiated by the pandemic. I saw the need, the desire for people to connect, for people to get information. And I was like, I have all this information, why not? So I tried baby steps, and now it's been 1 year and around 4 months ever since I started this journey. And all I can say, it's been amazing. And you have made it amazing. You've been so kind. You've been so, like active. You've been there to support me. You've given me a soft landing, and I really, really appreciate that. And one highlight is for the first time, I got to share with you my birthday. I had never, ever shared my birthday on social media because, like I said, for me, a birthday is something very special, something very personal that I would prefer to share with people that mean the most to me. So having shared it with you means you really mean a lot to me. And because you gave me that feeling, you made it comfortable for me. Before I go on, I think if you look down, I even don't know how it works. You can support me by buying stars. That would help, of course, with this social empowerment journey. You can buy stars. I think you just have to click down. There's a symbol of a star. I don't know how it works, but you can support me that way, buy stars, and be a part of supporting me on this empowerment journey. And then speaking again of 2022 review, most of, or let's say the last part of 2022 was concentrated on immigration integration. And this is amazing because when I started this journey, this was not something that I was even thinking about having in mind. Integration, yes, because I had a lot of demand, of course, through my job also. The people, especially people who have an immigrant background living in the diaspora, they were approaching me, asking questions. I have a problem finding a job. I have a problem extending my visa. I'm going through a divorce and I don't have permanent residence. So I had those things already. So integration was part of it. But immigration was never really like my thing that I was intending to share here until my holiday in Uganda in August, when a journalist, I think most of you know him, Ibrahim Kasa, approached me and was like, I've been following your journey and I'll be curious to know if you can give us tips on this topic. So fast forward, I did that interview on tips on different kinds of visas that you can get for Germany. And I got all sorts of questions. I got all sorts of contacts. I've had more than 750 people contact me wanting information about that. So that explains why I have like 5 videos on my channel talking about immigration, integration, visa tips, That's how, oopsala, it was going to fall down. So that's how it started. And I have the information and the knowledge. So I was like, yes, why not? I'll share that. So it's been interesting in that way to see that I've been able to go into integration, immigration. So definitely, of course, it's been amazing. We have some success stories, people who have been able to, to travel to Germany, be it visiting, be it on holiday, be it for work, be it family reunion. But it's something that I'm definitely not, like, I'm never going to reveal anyone's identity. Like I said, when someone is ready to talk about their story, which I'll also be talking about later in the live, they'll definitely share that with us. So it's not my place, to reveal who that is. But it's been very, very fulfilling. Someone has sent a request. He's not familiar. So Fernandez Pedro, you wanted to join us. Maybe you can let me know in the comment section why you would like to join us. What is it you'd like to talk about? I'm very, very careful. I don't let anyone join the live because there are some people who are unfortunately very disrespectful. You know, you let someone into your life and they'll start asking about sex and all sorts of things. Sorry, I really have to put it straight that way. So if I face someone is not familiar to me, I'll ask you why you'd like to join the live. But for the rest of you, like I said, if you'd like to join the live and ask your question directly, of course, you can send a request and I'll let you join the live. So fast forward, let me see if there are questions. Gerard Rock, Givon Chingomo, thanks for joining. Sakwa Ronald, someone asked a question, thank you. Kevin Rodlin is saying 2 tips of how we can come to German. So Kevin Rodlin, like I said, that's why I've pinned the link to my YouTube channel. I have like 5 videos, you know, about visa tips for Germany. So honestly, it all depends about what your plan is, why you want to come to Germany, what kind of visa you require. So the link that I've pinned actually is one of the videos that explains different kinds of visas. So the advice I would give to one person is different from another person. I've helped people, for example, I think 2 or 3 of them who have had like partners in Europe. They've been dating and then they wanted to like move over, get married and so on. I've advised those and it has worked out, but it's not the kind of advice I would give to someone who wants to come to Europe as an au pair, for example. So it really depends on what you really want to do in Germany. So in summary, there are many types of visas. So I'll say there's an au pair visa, there's a family reunion visa, there's a tourist visa, there's a student visa, there's an employment visa, there's a job search visa, there's an asylum visa. Oh my goodness, there's so many visas. There's a visa, for example, for Studium Anerkennung, like if you want to have your degree or master's verified in Germany. There is an internship visa, there is a volunteer, there's so many types of visas. So I would only be able to advise someone specifically depending on the kind of visa they want. And the link that I've pinned gives you a diverse idea of the kind of visas and what you require to be able to get that visa. So I always advise people to watch that video first. So it gives you an idea of, okay, what could work for me? Or what do I qualify for? What kind of visa do I qualify for? And then we can talk about the step-by-step process. Speaking of step-by-step process, I told you I've had contact with more than 750 people this last year. And it's been intense. It's been a lot of work. As you all know, I have a job. I'm a practicing social worker. So I've been doing this like after work in the evenings. There's a time even I went to sleep at 1:30 because I really had to answer lots of messages and guide people. People have been sending me their CVs to check them for them. People I've taken through, I've had some people do job interviews here in Germany, like online. So I've had to prepare them, take them through the process, how to go through that. Visa application interview. So it's been a lot, right? And that's one of the goals that I have for this year. I was thinking there are so many people. So my plan is I'm going to categorize those people. And if someone, for example, needs a step-by-step guidance, then we can look into the details, how much time they need from me, what exactly they need from me, and then I can offer you consultation, you know, because it's been a lot. And if someone has just like a simple question, you know, or if someone wants like links to scholarships, that one I can always share. It doesn't cost me time. But if someone needs like more time from me, people have been helping to do their CVs, people have been taking through interviews, there I'll be offering consultations. And not limited to that, like I said, I'm going to be posting a video next week. I wanted to do it this week, but then I'm having a YouTube live this Friday. So all make sure to join. There's been people contacting me, or I'll say one specific gentleman, because that one gave me permission to talk about it, but I will not reveal much because I'll post it in a YouTube video, who had a private issue. And he kept, you know, DMing me back and forth, asking me, so you're a social worker, so do you do counseling? So if someone has a problem, it was too much. And I was like, gentlemen, please, I get so many DMs, just tell me what you want from me, okay? So we chatted. It was like at 10 p.m. in the night. He told me why he had been asking me all these questions, and we got into his issue and talked about it, and motivated me to also let you know, as part of a consultation, if you're someone that has an issue you'd like to talk about, I've helped people go through a divorce. I've helped people go through navigating life. Someone has started a business, this and this is not working out. How do I go about it? Or parenting. I have complicated relationship with my kids. How do I manage this? I would be willing to offer you consultation. This gentleman told me he had been to a counselor and he didn't feel comfortable talking about what he asked me. So I was like, yeah, I've been following for some time, looking at your content. I was like, I felt comfortable talking to you. So I was like, why not? And we're still in touch because, of course, it's a long time process. And he requested me, or I requested him, can I post your story? Because I think it would create awareness and help other people. And he said, of course, because I know, I will not name names, but I know that many people are going through that. So I'll be sharing that. That's a very interesting story. And that is also one of my plans or part of my consultations for 2023. So let me look through your comments. I saw someone complaining here. Wagwa Jeram, thanks for joining. Imani, nice to see you. So Livingstone is saying, Watujam group here, WhatsApp, yet we are always on live. So speaking of Nabajam group here, WhatsApp, I explained that on WhatsApp. I'll not be explaining myself again. Like I said, it's a give and take. And like I said, there were so many people. I had a feeling I was putting in so much effort for people that don't even appreciate. And like I told you, this is something that I do on the side. This is something I do because I'm passionate about. So I decided to reduce the group because I think it's also detrimental to have people in a group that are not on the same journey. You understand? Because for so many people that contacted me, some of them don't even have the confidence to go on with this journey. Some of them were not sure if they really want to do it. So I thought it's better to reduce the group. And then I said, for anyone that really has clear interest and is still oriented on this goal, can still be in the group. So Rule Livingstone Koyoyo, you have my contact anyway, so you really have to prove that you're interested in this goal, that you're still focused on this goal. And like I said, for people that I'll be offering services that require more work, I will definitely be charging you for consultation. But that is something that will be determined by how much time I invest in your process. If I'm going to take you through a step-by-step, it will depend. But for, simple knowledge, the advice I've been giving you, that will continue to be really free of charge. But I didn't want having unproductive people in the group just sitting in Bomoli and wasting our time. Okay? So I'm not sure about you. We can chat later. If you're one of those people that are really still focused on the group and the reason why we started this group, then we can think about it. But definitely that's a decision that I'm keeping that way, and I'm sure you can all understand. And it's nothing personal, okay? I see you're saying personal, I didn't do anything. We can talk later, but definitely I believe it was a good decision because I thought, I was actually thinking of like deleting the whole group. Then I was like, it would be unfair to people that are really focused on this journey, to people that have succeeded through this journey. Like I said, and the annoying bit was they were there in the group sitting in Wumoli and then they come privately and waste my time. Let me put it that way, to be brutal. So I was like, no, definitely I'll keep people that are focused on this journey and then to tumble it out. So Livingstone, we'll talk later, right? First, Stephen, thanks for joining us. So like I said, please ask me your questions. I don't want you hitting my DMs after this because it costs a lot of time. So definitely I'm open to all your questions. Let me see if there's a question that I missed. And please tag your friends, tag people. People always request me to do lives. And the funny bit is the one who requests me to do the lives are never on the lives. And then when the live ends, they're like, oh, Madam Rosena, we missed the live. So please tag a few people. Let them come and join us. Okay, I think I read that. Let me see below. Ray Livingstone, okay, Kastang Funaku lives, and I have your number. Absolutely. because you can still be in touch with me. Hi Zaida, thanks for joining us. So my people, if you look in the comment section, pinned below is the link to my YouTube channel. If you're not yet a member on our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe. Speaking of YouTube, I'll be hosting a guest on Friday at 6 p.m. East African time, 4 p.m. European time. We're going to be talking about business. And speaking of business, before the year ended, I posted a questionnaire on all my social medias, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, asking you to let me know what kind of content would you be interested in. That doesn't mean you're going to dictate my content, but I'm interested in serving you, in knowing what topics you're interested in. And one of them was people asking me advice about business. So I'll start with a guest that started a business and we'll go through her journey. So I'll be explaining a few things, and then definitely I'll be going deeper by myself. The next video I'll post for the request that I got was someone asking me about how to start a business in Germany. I'll be doing that. And this year, like I said, I intend to do more conversations with different people. So I'll be hosting different people. I intend to do more success stories. And like I said, if you have a story that you'd like to share with us, it could be a success story, or it could be something that you've experienced that is in regards to what I do, be it parenting, be it divorce, be it your childhood, be it your journey, you know, of wanting to get empowered, of maybe not finding a job, of maybe starting a business and failing. Whichever topic that you feel would be good and maybe create awareness to our community, please DM me, and I can always host you on my YouTube channel. We talk about that and we see how to guide you, advise you, or even help you as a community. Because like I said, this is social empowerment, and this year I'm taking it a notch up, okay? So we could all benefit from it. So if you have a story that you'd like to share, some of you, I know you have shared your situations, your stories, what you've been through. When you're ready and the time is right and you feel you're ready to go out there and share it with us, please DM me and let's plan a video live, and we can do that, because I really want us to empower each other. And by sharing such, it helps one. Like I shared my divorce story, for example. That's something I would have never thought I would ever share, ever, you know, because I'm a very private person. But I was like, I can't even tell you how many people have approached me, you know, with such situations. Currently, I'm assisting 2 people here in Germany with my immigrant background, going through terrible situations as regards also relationships and leading to divorce. And then I was like, okay, so it's good I shared my story, because it creates awareness. It gives someone the confidence to know that it's not the end of the world and they can do it, you know. And that's why we'll be sharing more stories, more success stories, and even just life experiences. So please, for 2023, would like to dive into that. Just DM me if you're interested in something like that, and I can host you. I'll look through your comments very briefly. Malak Dioba, thanks for joining us. People, I'm kindly requesting you tag a few people to join us, please. And then below is my YouTube link pinned. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and after you do, share my videos with your friends in your groups and so on and so forth. Imani has said Hategeka Alij. Oh, she's tagged someone. Thank you so much. Please tag a few people and let them join us. Stanojevic Goran, thanks for joining us. Hey. And if you'd like to join this live, send a request. You shouldn't let me sit here alone, right? Most of you, this gentleman, let me see, where did he send me a messenger or WhatsApp? He was requesting if he could join me live, you know, like being part of this live. So if you're here, send a request and I'll let you join the live, and you can talk to us face to face and even ask your questions, okay? Kiza Ibra is saying, create a specific time for counseling. Some of us need help. Absolutely, Kiza. I don't know if you have my number, my business number. If you don't, please write to me on Messenger or Instagram DM after this live. I use the same name on all my social media. So if you look for me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, I'm under the name Ruzhoff. And then on YouTube, I also have a handle name. It is also Ruzhoff, but with an S at the end. So Ruzhoffs. If you're looking for me on YouTube, you don't have to type the long word Life with Ruzhoff. Just type Ruzhoffs and you'll find all my content. Kiza Ibra, absolutely 100%. I would love that. And like I said, I'll repeat, I would love and would be willing to offer counseling to anyone that needs it, because that's really what I do. That's really I've been doing for a long time. So feel free to always DM me and we look for avenues of how we can do that. So Kiza Ibra, if you don't have my contact, just DM me and I will definitely create time for you. Robert Juma. Okay, that one I read it. You have it. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, so I know who you are. Thank you. Can one apply for asylum visa? Yes, absolutely. Kevin Rodline. That's actually the best way I would advise someone to do. It is possible. Many people don't know that. It's possible to apply for an asylum visa even when you're still in your own country. And if it's really an authentic situation, then definitely you'll get an asylum visa, and Germany offers that too. So I would advise you to try that before you risk your life, probably ending up dying in the ocean. I'm going to post one day, very soon, a video with a lady that came here as an asylum seeker from Nigeria. I've been guiding her, I don't know for how many years now. I don't know, 3-4 years. She's about to get her citizenship. She's working, she's studying. So I intend to share her story and host her, because I really want to show you that what I always say is not just words, but they really are fruitful terms of guidance. And it is possible. But if I had a family member, I wouldn't advise them to, come as an illegal asylum seeker. So it is possible to come as a legal asylum seeker. Yes. El Haj Sufyan, thanks for joining us. People, tag your friends, please, 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 please tag your friends so they can join us. Thank you, Imani. You're doing really great. Speaking of Imani, so you remember I did a birthday giveaway. So Imani was one of the people who won, and you can see how active and how supportive she is. So it's no wonder she really got to win this giveaway. I intend to do more giveaways in future, but not like that typical social media giveaways, because for me that would be very inauthentic. I like to do a giveaway with I almost spoke German now, with an authentic reason behind. For example, my birthday giveaway was my way of saying thank you, my way of giving back to you, my way of letting me open up, be able to serve you, but also get out of my cocoon and do what I was meant to do in life, So that was my way of thanking you. My next giveaway will definitely be for YouTube and on YouTube. We're still very, very small on YouTube. I think 1,640 subscribers. So if you're here, I would request you, please share my channel. If you're active on TikTok, speaking of TikTok, I've been looking for people that are very active on TikTok. If you're very active on TikTok, have a good following, please contact me and we see how we can collaborate there to really get to reach more people and get to serve more people. So that would be great if you're active on TikTok and we can get to collaborate there. Please DM me. And then share my videos just in WhatsApp groups, on your WhatsApp statuses, people who are on Telegram, share my content. And when we make it to 10,000 YouTube subscribers, I'll do a big giveaway, okay? That will be my next giveaway. Thank you, Kiza, for tagging a few friends. Let me see if there are more questions. Okay. So people, go on and ask your questions, because that's why I started this live. Let me look through my messages. Like I said, the funny bit is the people that always, oh, please do a live. We have questions. They never make it to the lives, So next time, that's why I was even very strict with the WhatsApp group, because I put a lot of effort. I put a lot of time. I mean, this is like my free time to be working on other things. I'm still on leave, and that is my time to work on YouTube videos, different content, but I still dedicate this time to you. And when someone doesn't show up and then wants to ask me 2 days later, oh, I didn't see the live, I missed it, then I don't get you. Let me see. Ooh. So otherwise, how was your 2022? What are your plans for 2023? Any plans, anything special that you'd like to share with us, or any question? And of course, if you'd like to join the live, send a request. Zaida, yesterday you wanted to join me. I was live on Instagram yesterday. So Zaida, you tried joining me yesterday, but you didn't manage. So please kindly send a request and chat with us if you'd like to, or anyone else would like to join the live, please do. So if you have no questions, I'll end the live very soon. I don't want to bore you or waste your time. Let me see if we've talked about everything that I personally had to share with you. So I'll do a summary of what my intentions are for 2023. 2023, we're going to continue sharing the same knowledge and content that I've been sharing, because that's what my community is interested in. So we're going to be having more content as regards immigration, integration, about work, so we're going to be doing business. That's one of the beginners on Friday, the live that I'm going to be doing about business. We'll be talking about more, giving you more guidance of how to go through a job interview, for example. We'll be talking more about, I'm trying to remember other things that you people ask me about. We'll go on, of course, to talk about social issues that affect us in life, like parenting, families, divorce, how our upbringing, for example, affect us and determine our destiny and our future. We'll be talking about confidence, how helpful and important it is for you as a person and for your journey in life. We're going to be doing traveling, of course. I'm not yet sure how I'm going to manage that, because like I told you, this year I'm studying, I'm working, but I'm also studying. I'm upgrading my qualifications as regards child protection law, because I'm very, very passionate about it. So it's going to be a very, very busy and probably very hectic year, but I'm up for it, And we're going to be doing more consultations. Like I told you, I'll be offering consultations. So for those of you who had been contacting me, or I need a step-by-step guide, or I need you to help me with my CV, or how to go through a job interview or visa interview, or if you need counseling and there's something you really need to talk about, one-to-one, definitely I'll be offering all those services. Those are part of my plans for 2023. But most of all, I'm looking forward to forming deeper conversations with you. I'm looking forward to more success stories. I'm looking forward to more people opening up, joining me on this platform, and mostly on YouTube, sharing your life stories, creating awareness, and being a part of the empowerment, because I said it's not one-sided. We are empowering each other. I'm learning from you. You are learning from me. You're empowering me as a community. I'm empowering you. So for me, it's a two-way journey. And that's what I'm looking forward to for this year. And most of all, of course, good health, that we all stay healthy, that we all fulfill our dreams. And one way to fulfill your dreams is not to remain stagnant, You really have to be proactive. And that's one of the reasons why I'm studying again. For example, I don't have to. I have a job and it's safe and secure, but I'm someone who believes in evolving. We human beings are evolving human beings. And I think if you don't evolve, if you don't try out new things, if you don't look at new avenues, you never grow. So for me, the decision to start studying again this year, even when I absolutely have no time, is part of my evolving journey, is part of my growth and not being stagnant and stuck in one place. Someone wrote, you don't know how grateful I am because of your content. I'm a follower, approached me on Snapchat thanking me for sharing the very information she wanted because I had shared what you posted on YouTube. Oh, Imani, don't make me cry. Because then if I cry, I won't have to post this video. Thank you so much. And honestly, that means really, really a lot to me. And I'll tell you why. When I see such feedback, it shows me I did everything right. Like I told you, it was very, very tough to convince me to be active on social media. Few people that had been helping, including that lady that came here as an asylum seeker, was telling me, please, 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 why don't you start a YouTube channel? Actually, first she didn't tell me Instagram and YouTube. She was like, why don't you start a YouTube channel, please? I was like, no, that's not my world. People on social media are so brutal. They are mean. It's a fact. Not all of them. And I really don't want to put myself out there. And then my sons were like, Mom, why don't you do that? We even have questions. I have a video on my YouTube where I'm talking about teenage pregnancies. It was a request from my sons and their friends. And they're like, Mommy, even our classmates follow you, they subscribe to a YouTube channel, and they told us to ask you this and that. So I was like, oh, so really there's a need for this information, and it warms my heart. Or like I've told you about the situation of the gentleman who contacted me and asked me for counseling. After offering it, it was like at 10 p.m. We talked for, I think, like 1 hour, 2 hours. I hung up, and I had tears in my eyes. I don't want to cry again. I had tears in my eyes. I remember WhatsApping my sister, and I was like, I really have to share this with you. I just had a talk with a gentleman. Of course, I didn't reveal what to talk about. And I told her, I'm doing what I've always wanted to do. I'm doing what God put me on this earth to do. Like, okay, let me stop because I'll cry. Now I see it already. But it means a lot to me. For me, it's not just social media. It means a lot to me because, like I told you, for me, I believe my purpose on this earth is to serve. And every time I do something like that, just like my job is very, very fulfilling because I do something where at the end of the day, I see results. You know what I mean? Like you've done something good. So getting such feedback, or I would say stories from people who have benefited from my journey, means the world to me. And I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Imani is saying, I realize there are many people dying silently, but a small share in such information gives them hope. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll tell you why. Like I said, I started Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, of course, with a lot of pushing and convincing. I think on the 20th of July, 2020. That was a hard time. That was Corona time. That year, I lost one of my friends that I went to university with to Corona. Then I lost my grandmother, but not to Corona, to old age. And much as I was working and was one of the privileged people, I would say, because of my kind of profession, I noticed that was the time actually Instagram lives became popular, right? So when I joined Instagram, as in Kamoli, like some of you say, I was not active, but I would watch, so I kept joining many lives. And what annoys me about social media, everyone pretends and acts like the world is perfect, like they have the perfect life. There are no problems in the world. They just woke up in the morning and life started working for them. And the thing that really, really pushed me to start my very, very first Instagram live, I remember, was after watching 3 to 4 people that were doing Instagram lives every day. These are people that come from Africa, like the immigrant background, living in Germany, Sweden, and different other countries that I really don't want to name. And they were giving, not even advice, like doing a live, just showing off their lifestyle, or saying, it's easy and you can do this, and making the others feel balanced. But none of them is talking about their real story, how they came to Europe, what challenges they went to, how they got here. And people were desperate. People were desperately asking all kinds of questions. And I remember that someone who was just, giving the ladies advice, or just look for some old man. And I was irritated, very irritated, because as a social worker and in the field that I work in, I knew there was a lot of BS, So I was like, no, you can't let this go on. I know I can't change the world, but if I do this and in future someone else does that, like the people I've helped so far, if they also take the same road like me and they are kind and share knowledge with people and try to empower people, we cannot grow as a society. I'm absolutely against going on social media and lying to people. That's what pushed me. I was like, I could go crazy, watching these lives where everyone is just showing off and lying to people and not being honest. So actually, now that was the reason why I started. I was so angry, by the BS, and I was like, okay, you start. Change always starts with us, Complaining and being angry doesn't help. If you want change, it has to start with you. So that's why I took the step. It starts with me and you and everybody else. Yes. So you can now understand why this means the world to me. Oh my God. Why do you make me so emotional, you people? Stella, thanks for joining us. Tony Scott, thanks for joining us. If you've just joined us, we've already talked about a few things. I won't repeat them. It would be unfair for the other people that have been there. I'll save this live after, you can watch it. But briefly, I would say if you have any questions as regarding immigration, integration, working, moving, studying, living, family reunion to Germany or Europe, those of you who are interested in visa stuff, just hit me up right now and ask me anything. If you're interested in empowerment, doing business, or you just need advice and consultation about talking about personal issues, counseling, just hit me up. Of course, privately if you don't feel comfortable here, and I'll get back to you. If you would like to share your story with us, success story or experience or something that you've gone through that you think would create awareness, that would help other people, we can do it here. You can send it a request and join the live. Or if you're someone that requires more time, you can still DM me here on Messenger or Instagram. I use the same name on all my social media channels: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. It is all Ruzhoff. Even YouTube, I'm Ruzhoff, but with an S. So my handle name for YouTube is ruzhoffs. The link is pinned here below. So you can find me, DM me, and then we can schedule, for example, a YouTube live. I would really, really love that. And if you have any question now, just go ahead and ask it. Hi, Generation African. Hi, Amita Mitra. Thanks for joining me. So now, see that lady there? She's going to be in our live on Friday. Okay, you better all come because she's going to be really, really sharing amazing information. She's an extremely empowered woman. She's an intelligent, oh my God, I don't want to start now because I want to save that for the YouTube live on Friday. So Amita Mitra, looking forward to hanging out with you on Friday and empowering our community together. Kaminja Wastela, thanks for joining. A new generation. New generation has just tagged a few friends. That's nice of you. So my lovelies, tag your friends, tag your enemies, tag your neighbors. I hope you don't have enemies, but that's life, right? So tag anyone that will be interested in joining us. I'm probably going to end the live soon. Okay, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to make it 1 hour. So now it's 4:41 here in Germany. So I'll end the live at exactly 5 p.m. So if you have any question, you better ask it right now. If you'd like to join us, send a request and I will invite you to the live. Speaking of Amito Mitra, no, I will not talk about it now. We'll talk about it on Friday. But if you're in Uganda, of which most of you are, this lady is doing amazing business. She sells scented candles and scented diffusers. I already bought myself, but I'm waiting to have them here. So when I fly to Uganda, definitely I'll buy some. But right now, I can tell you to check her out. Check out her candles. I think they go for 60,000, some for 80,000. Very, very, very authentic, beautiful candles with, how do you say that in English? I know that in German it's called Sprüche, like she has, how do I say it? Like the candle boxes have like words on them. For example, you can do it. Motivation. Oh, what do you call them? Amito, save me. What is it called in English? What is it called? Like these things Ugandans say it will end in tears and so on and so forth. Those are the kind of things she has like on her boxes. And I think that's really amazing. I saw some of the words that I like myself. So the next time I'm in UG, I definitely know what I'm going to order from you. Definitely. So if you're interested in that, please do support her. And I believe empowering other people empowers you. We all talk about how the economy is terrible in Uganda. But if you support, for example, such business people in Uganda, buy local, you're supporting your community, you're uplifting your community. So please, please check out Amito Mitra and go buy her candles and diffusers. And not just that, bring some oomph into your house, okay? Don't let your house smell beans and chips and all that. So let's go on. Oh, Imani, the candles. Great. Great. Yes, they're really nice. I've not yet used them, but I know this lady, she has class. So I'm sure the candles are really good. She has class. She's very intelligent. She's very hardworking. So I'm sure she wouldn't sell some, low class stuff. That's what I would say. Yes, branding. That's the right word. The branding. It's amazing. Every time I'm stalking you and I'm like, oh my God, I want that one. I want that one. I want that one. So when I come, I don't know how many candles I'll buy. But yes, the branding is amazing. Those words like it will end in tears. Oh, you're good enough, and so on and so forth. Amazing. Very amazing. Thank you for having bought some, Imani. Go on and share them with your friends. Share your testimony, what you think of the candles. I really, really believe in not just women empowerment, but like my journey is social empowerment. You empower yourself, you empower your community, you empower your society by empowering other people. Thank you so much. New generation, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Please, if you're not yet a subscriber, the link is pinned below, or you just search for my YouTube handle, ruzhoffs, and subscribe, join the family, and don't miss out on the live on Friday. I already shared the link. So you just have to tap on the bell, that notification button, and then YouTube will notify you when we start the live. It's going to be really, really great. So make sure you don't miss out. Who else? Yes, Mitra Saints. That's the right name, Mitra Saints. But her page is called Amito Mitra. So make sure you check her out. Lida Huzaifa is saying tagging enemies. Yes, absolutely. Tag your enemies. Help empower them. Help them get out of their dark zones, you know. I'm kidding. But yeah, why not? I don't believe in having enemies. I don't have enemies. But of course, there are some people that could be considering me enemies, but that's not my business, right? So that's why I'm saying tag enemies. If someone considers you an enemy, that's the problem, not yours. So tag everyone, please, and let's empower each other. Thank all of you. I see you, all of you that are tagging your friends. Thank you so much. I think I've read all the comments. So we still have 15 minutes. Okay, you have any question, you're going to ask it. I have so many phones here, but they are not helping me because I wanted to share. Imani, can you help me share this live on Snapchat, please? Because I don't have Snapchat on this other phone. Help me share it on Snapchat if you can, because there are some people that have requested me to join, but I forgot as usual. And if I try to share it now, that means I'll stop the live briefly, which is not great. So help me share it on Snapchat if you can. Otherwise, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm so glad we're all alive and kicking. For the people that lost their loved ones last year, I'm really so sorry about that. That's the flow of life. Mean as it may sound, every time you lose someone, be it close, be it a neighbor, be it a colleague, be it a friend, it's a constant reminder of the fact that we're just going through this world. You know, we're not permanently here. And that should be a reminder to make the best of the time you have here. Make the best of every day. Make the best of every minute. If you have a dream, don't wait, you know. Recently, I was talking with my son. My sons are with their dad. A divorced mom that is happily co-parenting with her ex-husband. So I spent Christmas away from them. And my son called me and said, "Oh, mommy, do you know you're doing so well? I wish you had started earlier, because that's something you've always wanted to do." Because I have a very close relationship with my boys, and they know like my dreams, they know my childhood wishes, and they know that it's something that I was always passionate about. But coming from a family of academics, like there was no room for that. You know, everyone was more focused on, you know, getting those degrees, building your career, which is amazing. I'm happy and proud that my parents did that. But we came short of our dreams, you know, like we all had our own dreams. That is typical of African families, and our dreams took the back seat. So looking back, I'm thinking it would have been amazing if I'd started this at 20, you know. But then again, like I say, I'm not someone who believes in willowing away in regrets and I wish and what could have been. Because I believe maybe if I'd started at 20, I wouldn't have been this passionate. I wouldn't have been this good, you know. So I believe every stage in life is right just the way it is. If you missed up a chance maybe 2 years ago, don't waste your time crying, you know, about spilled milk and saying, "I wish I could have would." It doesn't help. Because honestly, the way I'm doing this now with my social empowerment, social media journey, I'm at a space where I can do that. I'm at a space where I can afford that. I'm financially stable and independent, you know. I'm not the 20-year-old whose parents were taking care of. I remember at 20, my dad, no, not even 20, even before I got married, my dad was still buying me airtime. Even when I got married, I had to tell him, "Daddy, I don't need anything from you. I'm okay." But my dad was still buying me airtime, you know, asking me, "Are you okay?" So at that time, maybe I wasn't in position to really empower other people because I was still a child myself, you know, and now I'm an adult, empowered woman, and maybe I'm in a better position to do that. So yes, there are days I'm like, I wish I'd started that earlier, but thinking about it today, now is the right space. So my encouragement to you is live in the moment, but most of all, do not remain stagnant. Please evolve with time. Evolve with the days. And like the people who contact me, for example, that are very interested about immigration, I've had people tell me, yeah, but I tried to go to this and this country and it didn't work out and then I gave up. It wasn't your time, maybe. I will give you an example. I have there are three gentlemen, right? They both applied for, how do I call it? An internment visa to Denmark, right? For 1 year. They had the same application forms, the same requirements, everything. 2 of them got the visa. 1 of them didn't get the visa. 2 years later, this gentleman got a visa for Germany. How did I get to know about them? They both got this visa and then they contacted me about how they can go on with the process of staying here, because unfortunately the economy in Uganda is not that favoring for our youth. So anyone who gets a chance to get better economic opportunities, of course, they'll say that. So I talked to this gentleman and, they were still, yeah, I could have come 2 years back, but this and this happened. I told him, no. Don't look at it as a failure. God didn't want you to go to Denmark. It wasn't his way of saying, no, you're not going anywhere to Europe. He just didn't want you to go to Denmark. Your journey, your destiny was Germany. So the friends are in Denmark, he's in Germany. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Had he given up and said, oh my God, that's over, my friends have gone, I've not gotten, I'm unlucky, I will never be able to do that, he would still be there crying and sad and depressed. So what I tell you is, if something doesn't work out this year, it would definitely work out next year. And then by saying that, I'm against people saying, for example, you have to keep trying and trying and trying. I'm against trying and trying and trying. Sometimes you maybe need to change a strategy. We hear a lot, people saying you have to try and try. You fall down and get up again. It's not just trying and trying, because maybe what you're trying to do is not right for you. Maybe it's wrong. So if you've been trying something for a whole year and it's not working, maybe it's time to go back to the drawing board and ask yourself, is this what's really meant for me? Or do I need to change my strategy? Or do I have to focus on something else? I've told some of you, not every one of you is going to go to Europe or even should go to Europe, There are other possibilities. There are other opportunities. Maybe your destiny is something else. And those are really some of the things that I intend to share with you on YouTube this year as part of my social empowerment journey and growth. So it's not about trying and trying over the same thing, but evolving, reflecting. We ended last year. I told you I'm not doing any resolutions. I don't do resolutions. My entire life is a life reflection. I reflect my day, my goals every day. Even every single day after work, I take a few minutes before I leave my office, shut down my computer and ask myself, how was my day? What could I have done better? What pissed me off? I have days when I get pissed off, because working with humans is also very complicated, And sometimes they get so close, emotionally, because I will experience situations that are very painful that maybe will trigger some stuff in me. So I try to reflect everything that happens in my life on a daily. And that's something you should consider. So enough with the preaching. We have 8 minutes to go. Let me see if we have more questions and I will end that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I talked too much. Hassan Kamara, thanks for joining us. Imani, yes, please do. Thank you very much. Amito Mitra saying, you say that well, I stopped doing resolutions last year. Absolutely. Because I think that's a lot of bollocks. It keeps you in a box, Your entire life should be about, I believe by the time the year ends, you know what has not worked for you. You know what could work for you. You know what you desire. So you even start making steps before the year ends. But this business of, oh, next year I'm going to do this and this. Don't put yourself in a box. Because I believe absolutely you have to leave some room for magic, Even with all my plans, that's why I say I live in the moment. I live spontaneously. You always have to leave room for magic. And with magic, once you leave some room without putting restrictions, it helps you to grow. It helps you to change plans. It helps you to readjust, So that's what I mean by not making resolutions. I don't do that. Boji, oh my God. Please don't get angry with me. You, my Ugandan people, complicated names. Okay, I'm going to read again. Bojibukare. I think that's like a Rusoga name, right? Bukare Dennis. I'm so sorry that I laughed, but your name was complicated. I'm very good with Luganda and Runyankore and all, but I noticed that because I don't speak the languages anymore, it's difficult to read like names. Bukare Dennis. Bukare, where does that name come from? How are you, Ruz? I'm late. Sorry, no problem. If you have any question, if there's something you'd like to share with us, if you'd like to join the live, you can also send in a request and chat with us. Very welcome. I believe that of trying because it's what I follow and it has worked for me, and I'm still trying to reach my climax. Okay, I'll join you in the climax. Oh my God, what am I even talking about? I'm kidding. No, trying is absolutely okay. Maybe you've not understood me. The trying I mean is, I see that a lot with self-proclaimed coaches, you know? They tell you, yeah, if you start, for example, a business, let me say I start a business of selling matchboxes or mandazi in Uganda, and it's not working, you know? You'll see those self-proclaimed coaches saying, you have to try again and try again and try again. No, the trying I'm talking about is you really have to sit down, go back to the drawing board, like I said, and ask yourself, is it making sense? Do I really still have to be selling mandazi, or can I switch to chapati? You understand what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Wojibukari is Runyoro. Oh, I'm embarrassed. How could I not? Wojibukari, yeah, you're right. Because Woji, I was like, okay, that is Runyankore. Bukare, Akazire, okay, it's like Ruto Runyankore. Really, Runyankore? Wojibukari. I'm terrible. Wojibukari. Okay. But that's, apart from Buoji, it doesn't sound like Nyanko Bukare. Bukare, I know, for example, in Runyankore, if you're going to someone, it's tough, you say no Mukare. You know, so maybe because of the R, it's what has confused me. Because in Runyankore, we write more with L, right? But nice to meet you. Nakushemera, kurukomwaka. So, korabo ine chokwenda kubuza, chokwenda kusharinga ni itwe. Oh, I'm enjoying speaking the Runyankore. Bear with me. No, basa sending a request or joining a live. Wo ine chokwenda kutwejesa, you're always welcome and thank you. Okay, quick. Your comments, I'm sorry. Okay, let me do it right away. Things about some. Okay, I hope I didn't miss your comment or your question. If I did, I'm sorry. I'll save the video and then I'll see your comments again and I'll reply you. So I'm going to end this live in exactly... Yes, absolutely. You should be proud of who you are. Though I'm not someone who concentrates on tribes and where you come from, that's why I call myself a global citizen. I believe one thing that really unites us all is that we're human, regardless of color, race, you know, economic status. So I really don't focus much on that, but definitely you have to be proud of who you are. But Chiga people are very, very confident, but not just that, they're very intelligent. To every school I went to, they were among the top, let me say the creme de la creme of the students. They're very, very intelligent when it comes to academics. So yeah, and I've had some good Wachiga friends. And Wanyoro, my best friend in, not primary, in all level was Mnyoro. And yeah, they're very amazing people. So Bukari, you can speak to us in Ruchiga or write it. Let me tell you a joke that I know in Ruchiga. Oh my God, now I'm bringing out my days. When I was in all level, like I said, I had a good friend who was a Mchiga, and we used to, like when we go for preps, I wasn't someone for preps. If you're going to school in Uganda, you know what prep is. You know, like when we go in the evening and then we have to revise. I was terrible. I was lucky to be intelligent. Otherwise, I wouldn't have managed school. So while others were reading their books and revising, I was always reading novels. So like I've shared before, I'm a very keen reader. I read almost the entire library in my O-level. And we're talking about, I don't know how many books, because this was like a high-end school. So I read almost every book instead of concentrating on my studies. I hope my dad never sees this. So yeah, and then with this friend, when we go for preps, would be annoying other students who'd be busy revising and all, and then would make jokes. And then I remember one of the jokes that I find so funny, or even tell at home all the time, is a Mchiga man married a woman and she had teeth without a gap. You know, like I have a small gap here. It's no longer there because in Europe, they normally remove it. So they removed my gap, but here it's like a gap. and it's called ensinyanya. So this Muchiga man said, tinda shwera mukaza tine ensinyanya. No wenda kutero mjerenda kura mamino. Something like that he would never marry a woman without a gap. Otherwise, he would have to kick your teeth out at least. So I believe every stage in life is right just the way it is. If you missed up a chance, maybe 2 years ago, don't waste your time crying, about spilled milk and saying, I wish I could have wood. It doesn't help. Because honestly, the way I'm doing this now with my social empowerment, social media journey, I'm at a space where I can do that. I'm at a space where I can afford that. I'm financially stable and independent, I'm not the 20-year-old whose parents were taking care of. I remember at 20, my dad, no, not even 20, even before I got married, my dad was still buying me airtime. Even when I got married, I had to tell him, Daddy, I don't need anything from you. I'm okay. But my dad was still buying me airtime, asking me, are you okay? So at that time, maybe I wasn't in position to really empower other people because I was still a child myself, and now I'm an adult, empowered woman, and maybe I'm in a better position to do that. So yes, there are days I'm like, I wish I'd started that earlier, but thinking about it today, now is the right space. So my encouragement to you is live in the moment, but most of all, do not remain stagnant. Please evolve with time. Evolve with the days. And like the people who contact me, for example, that are very interested about immigration, I've had people tell me, yeah, but I tried to go to this and this country and it didn't work out and then I gave up. It wasn't your time, maybe. I will give you an example. I have there are 3 gentlemen, right? They both applied for, an internment visa to Denmark, right? For 1 year. They had the same application forms, the same requirements, everything. 2 of them got the visa. 1 of them didn't get the visa. 2 years later, this gentleman got a visa for Germany. How did I get to know about them? They both got this visa and then they contacted me about how they can go on with the process of staying here, because unfortunately the economy in Uganda is not that favoring for our youth. So anyone who gets a chance to get better economic opportunities, of course, they'll say that. So I talked to this gentleman and, they were still, I could have come 2 years back, but this and this happened. I told him, no. Don't look at it as a failure. God didn't want you to go to Denmark. It wasn't his way of saying, no, you're not going anywhere to Europe. He just didn't want you to go to Denmark. Your journey, your destiny was Germany. So the friends are in Denmark, he's in Germany. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Had he given up and said, oh my God, that's over, my friends have gone, I've not gotten, I'm unlucky, I will never be able to do that, he would still be there crying and sad and depressed. So what I tell you is, if something doesn't work out this year, it would definitely work out next year. And then by saying that, I'm against people saying, for example, you have to keep trying and trying and trying. I'm against trying and trying and trying. Sometimes you maybe need to change your strategy. We hear a lot, people saying you have to try and try. You fall down and get up again. It's not just trying and trying, because maybe what you're trying to do is not right for you. Maybe it's wrong. So if you've been trying something for a whole year and it's not working, maybe it's time to go back to the drawing board and ask yourself, is this what's really meant for me? Or do I need to change my strategy? Or do I have to focus on something else? I've told some of you, not every one of you is going to go to Europe or even should go to Europe, There are other possibilities. There are other opportunities. Maybe your destiny is something else. And those are really some of the things that I intend to share with you on YouTube this year as part of my social empowerment journey and growth. So it's not about trying and trying over the same thing, but evolving, reflecting. We ended last year. I told you I'm not doing any resolutions. I don't do resolutions. My entire life is a life reflection. I reflect my day, my goals every day. Even every single day after work, I take a few minutes before I leave my office, shut down my computer and ask myself, how was my day? What could I have done better? What pissed me off? I have days when I get pissed off because working with humans is also very complicated, And sometimes they get so close, emotionally, because I will experience situations that are very painful that maybe will trigger some stuff in me. So I try to reflect everything that happens in my life on a daily. And that's something you should consider. So enough with the preaching. We have 8 minutes to go. Let me see if we have more questions and I'll end that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I talked too much. Hassan Kamara, thanks for joining us. Imani, yes, please do. Thank you very much. Amito Mitra saying, you say that well, I stopped doing resolutions last year. Absolutely. Because I think that's a lot of bollocks. It keeps you in a box, you know. Your entire life should be about, I believe by the time the year ends, you know what has not worked for you. You know what could work for you. You know what you desire. So you even start making steps before the year ends. But this business of, oh, next year I'm going to do this and this, don't put yourself in a box. Because I believe absolutely you have to leave some room for magic, you know. Even with all my plans, that's why I say I live in the moment. I live spontaneously. You always have to leave room for magic. And with magic, I live. Once you leave some room without putting restrictions, it helps you to grow. It helps you to change plans. It helps you to readjust, you know. So that's what I mean by not making resolutions. I don't do that. Boji, oh my God. Please don't get angry with me. You, my Ugandan people, complicated names. Okay, I'm going to read again. Bojibukare. I think that's like a Rusoga name, right? Bojibukare Dennis. I'm so sorry that I laughed, but your name was complicated. I'm very good with Luganda, Runyankore and all, but I noticed that because I don't speak the languages anymore, it's difficult to read like names. Bojibukare Dennis. Bojibukare, where does that name come from? How are you, Ruz? I'm late. Sorry, no problem. If you have any question, if there's something you'd like to share with us, if you'd like to join the live, you can also send in a request and chat with us. Very welcome. I believe that of trying because it's what I follow and it has worked for me and I'm still trying to reach my climax. Okay, I'll join you in the climax. Oh my God, what am I even talking about? I'm kidding. No, trying is absolutely okay. Maybe you've not understood me. The trying I mean is, I see that a lot with self-proclaimed coaches, you know. They tell you, yeah, if you start, for example, a business, let me say I start a business of selling matchboxes or mandazi in Uganda, and it's not working, you know, you'll see those self-proclaimed coaches saying, you have to try again and try again and try again. No, the trying I'm talking about is you really have to sit down, go back to the drawing board, like I said, and ask yourself, is it making sense? Do I really still have to be selling mandazi or can I switch to chapati? You understand what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Wojibukare is Runyoro. Oh, I'm embarrassed. How could I not? Wojibukare, yeah, you're right. Because Woji, I was like, okay, that is Runyankore. Bukare, Akazire. Okay, it's like Ruto Runyankore. Okay, my loves. Oh man, I'm ending the live. I'll catch up with you next time. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, I intend to be going on Instagram every Friday. Of course, if time allows, because people requested that. And then if time allows, maybe I'll be, once I start working, it's not possible to go live on Instagram on Wednesday because that's one of my busiest days on YouTube, Facebook, sorry. So I'll try to be maybe going live on Instagram on Friday and briefly on Facebook. I'll try. But if you have Instagram, you can also follow me on Instagram and then maybe we can join also there when I'm live. Once again, I go by the name Ruzhoff on every social media channel. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and then on YouTube, you can add an S to the name, and then you'll find me. If you have any further questions, you can leave them in the comment section because I'm saving this live. And then once again, don't forget our YouTube live on Friday at 4 p.m. European time, 6 p.m. East African time. Yeah, so see you on Friday. We'll be live with Amito Mitra. Go check out her Facebook page. She has absolutely amazing candles and scented diffusers. Go there and support her. Women support women. He for she. So that means the gentleman, you go and support her. Buy candles for your girlfriends, for your lovers, for your moms, for your own houses. We don't want houses smelling beans and chips and mlokoni in 2023, okay? So notch it up a bit and buy yourself candles and diffusers. Catch you on Friday. Thank you so much. Until next time, I love you. Bye.